Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Ventthis podcast. We are your hosts, Paul Roseberry and
Chris.
Said with authority. Just slid it right in there. Chrissy's got the soft voice today.
Yeah, something's
What?
wrong with my throat. My throat, yeah, it's kind of weird, but does it sound better now? I kind of did a little clearing earlier.
Well, it sounds better that we record in separate environments because then I'm not going to catch whatever you have. So I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but I'm very glad to be somewhere else.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm feeling fine. It's just my throat gets kind of wacky in the morning. I had a glass or two of wine last night, and the next day it's like, whoa. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm full of ammunition.
I want to see wacky Chris with the wine. I want
Oh,
to see
yeah.
Chris all loosey-goosey, liquored up.
Yeah.
I want
Well,
to see that.
next Christmas party or whatever party you're coming over. All of
Absolutely.
us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will do
Okay.
that. For today, so Chrissy, you're saying that the title for our episode is Macho Schmato, Stop Complaining. I can't wait to see what has brought that on. We got some machismo coming down the pike.
Well, you know, guys sometimes put on the damsel in distress sort of uniform, trying to save the lady and this and that.
Yeah.
And the macho thing, I mean, some ladies like it, some don't, but it's all about, and some of the events aren't always about that in this episode, but it just sort of came to my mind like, is the macho thing still around?
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm gonna say always. I'm gonna go on 11 and say 100% always. When is it not hot? Like, what do we? I mean, you don't want to be too far where you're like, remember that episode of Friends when the guy was trying to be a UFC fighter, but he was terrible at it. Remember?
Yeah.
And she had to tell him like, you're not good at this. Like he's getting beat up. Like you don't want that. But a little heroicism.
I guess what
I
I
think
don't
it's
understand
heroism.
is
I think it's heroism. I just made up
that's
a
all right.
word.
I got it. What is macho? Like if a guy pulls your chair out for you to sit down, is that macho? Does he beat another guy up because he looked at you the wrong way? I'm not really
I
sure
think
what
that,
yeah.
yeah, I could see that being a little too macho. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can
That's
see.
Macho Schmato.
Okay. Everything's got a scale. Everything's got a scale. If you
Uh-huh.
go too far with it, yeah, you go getting in fights.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, one time when Chelsea and I first met, God, times change. We were at this brunch spot in New York City, and we're having a great brunch. We were with a roommate, whatever. And as soon as I got up to go to the bathroom, as soon as I did, some other guy went over to the table and started talking to her. And I was like the man-to-man respect because I was sitting next to her. And as soon as I was waiting for the bathroom, and I just let it,
Oh, side by side, like that kind of, or across?
yes, side by side.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
And then he
different.
went up and started talking to her.
Yeah.
And man, it got me so upset as I needed to use the bathroom. And I just wanted to see, let's see how far this guy, what's his deal. And when I came out of the bathroom, we were leaving and he was walking down the street and I insisted, and that's how crazy I was. I was a younger man. We followed him down the street and he went into a Starbucks and I went up to him at Starbucks and I said, "Hey man, I got to hear from you. You walked up to this girl, you started talking to her. As soon as I went to the bathroom, were you waiting for me to not be there? Did you know?
Whoa.
Was that intentional?" And he was like, "Oh man, no way. No, of course not. I wouldn't do that to another guy. That's terrible." And I was like, "Of course. You know what? Hey, funky timing. What are you going to do?" And he's like, "No, dude, it's all good." And I was like, "Cool, great."
Well,
That was unnecessary on my part. I didn't need to do that.
no, but I'm saying, well, why else? He didn't know her. She
No,
was a complete. So why else would he go up to her as soon as you leave the table?
of course.
Really?
Of
Come on.
course. It was
Yeah.
in popular terms, it was a cuck move. It was a cuck move. But at the same time, I don't know, like maybe, and also it's not like he was getting some signal from across the room of like,
Right.
"Oh, I'm not serious with this guy, but I want you." You know what I mean? She and I were
Right.
talking the whole time, and it's obviously we're almost 11 years later. It's not like she was, leading this guy on in some way, which in fairness, I suppose that could happen in certain circumstances. You see a girl looking at you, maybe this guy's just a friend, but
That,
Yeah. So
yeah.
you want to talk about machismo?
Yeah.
I've thought about it since. Like, I didn't need to follow that guy into a Starbucks, but it just kind of. There was this song by Del the Funky Homo Sapien called "Pissin' on Your Steps." Yeah, it's like from the '80s, early rap. Pissing on your steps. I felt like he was pissing on my steps.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I just needed to go make sure he took his piss back. And he did.
And he had his tail between his legs and he took off. Today try doing that today, man. You're in deep water.
I think today would be easier. I think
You
today would be
think so?
easier. Yeah, I think men are
Okay.
more effeminate than ever. Men are more effeminate than ever. And this guy, he was a black dude too. So like generally they're a little tougher than white guys, just
Yeah.
on average. So to be a white guy
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
up to some
Yeah.
black dude at Starbucks, like, hey, the fuck was that about? But no, I think
We,
today guys are softer. I think there's less machismo. Do you?
I think you're right. I think there's less machismo. I don't see it around as much. Of course, I'm not in the dating circles, so
Sure.
I don't know, what
Sure.
goes out there. But I don't know. I mean, women have put their foot down in terms of equality, and I think men, yeah, I think you're right. Men get a little more intimidated now. They're afraid to do things or say things. So that machismo effect has waned a little bit. So
I
I
I
agree.
I
But I
saw a
give you
comedian.
credit to have the balls to go to that guy,
Well,
and do that. I give you credit for that. That's props. I like it.
thank you. Because I
Yeah.
mean, like in the moment, I felt like man to man. Like you don't see me as being like I've
Yeah.
got this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
think I'm so rickety in what I've got going on that you're just gonna. Are you nuts? I mean, at least he didn't do it while I was standing there. Like, I mean, that's why I say a cuck because once, like, the cuck is when the bird flies away from the nest, then the other bird comes in and tries to sit on it as if it's his egg
Ah,
or her egg,
I
whatever. So,
gotcha.
but yeah, but I saw a comedian, and we'll get moving here. But I saw a comedian the other night, and he did this joke that it really bothered me. It really bothered me. He said, you know how in a wolf pack, when the alpha shows up, the lesser dominant wolves will roll over and show their belly, in submission to the alpha wolf. And I'm like, okay, fine. I think we've all seen that with dogs a little bit. He said that's how he is as a man at a bar when like he steps on a tough guy's foot and the guy's like, hey, what's that? He lifted up his shirt and he wasn't even fat, but he had like a doughy white belly, and he's like just start rubbing his belly. He's like, hey man, no problem here, no problem here, see, I'm showing you my belly, I'm showing you my. And I was like, what kind of man is on stage saying this right now? What are
Did
you?
people, yeah, did they laugh?
I think it was like an uncomfortable laugh. I think it's like, well, you're doing something right now. We got to give you a reaction, but I don't think it was a laugh of approval. It's
That's
terrible.
yeah, I agree with you.
I'm not
That's a
saying you got to be a tough guy and you got to take the first swing against a guy twice your size.
yeah.
Don't get beat up, but don't lift up your shirt and say, "Come on, I'm a total beta." Which anyway, I
Yeah.
don't even use terms like alpha and beta, but yeah. All
I
right.
don't
So it
either.
sounds like macho smacho. We're gonna find the line. We're gonna
Let's
find the
do
line
it.
today. What's good macho? What's too much macho?
Let's
What's
do it.
toxic machismo?
Yeah, let's hear it, Loretta.
My brother invited me to dinner at his apartment and he said to bring my girlfriend, so I did. I told my brother she is vegan and to keep that in mind when cooking. We get there and all they have cooked was meat dishes. So my girlfriend said she had to leave as the smell was making her sick. We got into a fight about it and eventually made up. But what the hell? I hope my brother hears this because I'm currently not talking to him.
Okay.
Oh, what do you
Th-
got, Chrissy? I mean,
well,
there's a couple things.
yeah, this sounds to me like either the brother, she didn't say if the brother was married or has a girlfriend, but either the brother or let's say the wife doesn't like the girlfriend. And
I
this is
agree.
yeah, and this is a way of telling them to his brother, dump this girl. She's just not the right one and we don't like her. I don't think that was the right way to do it because, it's just like you walk in. I've been in that situation where you walk in and the smell is so bad, like you're going to throw up. But I think that's where it's coming from. They don't like her. They want her out, and they succeeded. But they also now, brothers aren't speaking to each other. That'll work itself out. But I don't know. It
Yeah.
backfired because the boyfriend and the girlfriend made up. So it kind of backfired. And in the beginning, she was pissed off and she left. But then the two of them made up. So it backfired. They didn't split up. That's my 2 cents.
You know what? All right, so I'm with you, but I think that there are like this is like shattered glass. There's so many different ways that it kind of could go. It's hard to say. For one, brother to brother, there's no respect. Brother to brother, because even if you don't like your brother's girl, he's bringing her over to your place. You invited them over for dinner. He told you, as long as you got the message, he told you that she's vegan, doesn't eat meat. And so, brother to brother, whether you like the girl or not, you got to have a vegan dish. You're inviting people over to your home. They've told you they have a dietary restriction, and you're either going to accommodate or not. If you're not willing to accommodate that, you got to let them know, you know what? Let's not do dinner. Let's not do dinner. So, brother to brother, he pissed on his steps, as we were saying
Yeah.
earlier. Uh, and I think you're right. As an extension of that, I don't think the host likes the girlfriend at all, because insulted the brother and insulted her by not having any food for her. It sounds like he went over the top with the meat. Maybe he's like grilling steak inside, like on the stove or something. But I'm also going to say, I don't like the execution, as I made it clear. I don't like the execution, but I get where the host is coming from. This chick probably sucks. All right. If she's so vegan that the smell of meat would cause her to leave, if that's accurate, then she sucks. Let's be real. People eat meat. We're not talking about cannibalism. He wasn't grilling up a human leg and it disturbed you. You've been around meat. People eat meat. The majority of people eat meat. Throughout your whole life, you're probably going to experience people who eat meat. And if you're not at a vegan restaurant or cooking at home, you're going to be around a mixed menu. So you can always have a salad, but other people are going to eat meat. I do wonder though if I would give her this one out. Maybe she doesn't suck so bad. It's possible. I wonder if she used the smell of the meat as her exit rather than to be like, oh, okay, I get what's going on here. I'm not welcome. You didn't make any vegan dishes. You went over the top with the meat. This is like a meat fest, like a Brazilian steakhouse going on. The whole house smells like, you know what? I can tell you don't like me. And I'll just politely say, the smell of the meat is why I'm going to leave.
Well, the thing is, I hear you. If they apologized and said, "Oh man, I totally forgot you were vegan.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Let me whip up a pasta dish." But that
Yeah.
didn't happen. She just like, said nobody apologized. They're all like waiting for her to leave. At least that's how I envisioned it. And she left. But I will say, it's like perfume, Paul. If you don't like somebody's perfume, some people are so sensitive that, they have to walk away. I mean, if meat is that, the smell is that thick, it's like you can't bear it and you want to just get the hell out of there.
Uh, You know, are there such people though? Like we're all
Yeah.
animals. We're all carnivores by nature. Even gorillas who eat primarily greens, they will eat meat. Like it's not their preference, but they will. I think we all. I don't know. Does the smell of meat? Because I get you with the cologne. There is a certain kind of cologne, and it's sort of like a whiskey kind of smell. And I enjoy whiskey. Don't get me wrong. I've it's like a tobacco whiskey sort of combo smell that it is so vile, and I've hated it for years. I've done stand up about how like whatever, we won't get into the bit, but it upsets me that I've found the majority of times that I smell that scent, which it can be on men and women. So apparently there's a section, whatever, it's cross sectional. I usually don't like the person. Like it's actually connected to a personality that I don't enjoy. Maybe I'm skewing
Really?
in that direction, maybe,
Wow.
but yeah, like it's there are certain kinds of people that I just notice. Maybe I'm so angry by the smell that I just don't. I'm predisposed to not like them.
All I can tell you is if my let's say my husband comes home and he's in a frisky mood, he's hi honey whatever,
Hey
and
now,
he's got bad cologne. I'm like, dude, get away. You
Stop it. Really?
smell. It's just not gonna work.
Wait,
Yeah, it's like
did,
some colognes. It's just like the meat. You know, you put that smell is so strong that you're like, I can't handle this.
does your
I get
husband
that.
regularly, does he
Yeah.
regularly switch up his cologne?
No, he doesn't wear it now.
Oh, wait,
Nothing.
because you were
Nothing.
freaking out.
Yeah, nothing.
But wait,
So,
so was there a time when he would just go through like, I mean, this is interesting. I don't wear cologne. I would like to wear cologne. I should make it a priority.
well, do
Anyway,
you wear deodorant? That has a smell.
it does. Yes, I wear Old Spice that has like really douchey
Old
kind of
Spice.
titles like Mountain
That
Rush or yeah, yeah, Gary, like we all do it.
that's
But
old, such old school.
yeah, but they've like I always want the word to be euthanized. That's not the word, but they've made it youthful. Like
Oh,
they've gone after the youth market, which is not euthanizing, euthanization, but they've made Old Spice very young because yeah, it was what my dad wore when I was a kid, and it was just
yeah,
1 scent. There was a single smell. Gary wore it. Sound engineer Gary, he's pointing. Uh, but now it's like there's douchey names like Swagger
yeah,
is the name of the scent, which it pisses me off. I don't want to anyway. But
yeah, yeah.
okay, so is that what you're saying? The smell of
The
like his different
smell.
deodorants?
It's well, I'm just saying that I could understand her aversion to a meat smell. Like if I don't like, I
Mm,
eat meat, but if
yeah.
I smell liver being cooked, I'll
Good
gag.
God.
Yeah.
Jesus, Chrissy.
When I was young, my mother used to make us cook liver to make us feel, get better. And that smell, I'm like, that's how it was. So I can
Okay.
understand
Okay.
her thing. But
Okay.
anyway,
So if she walked into a party that was a big liver bake, a big liver grill
yeah,
and festival.
yeah,
Okay, fine. But yeah, I would say in summary, I think the girl is high maintenance. I think the brother who is hosting doesn't like her. I think he's trying to let his younger brother or his, maybe a little less
yeah,
assertive brother know that he's got to toughen up. I think one brother's tough and the other one is soft. And I think the soft brother is probably getting, I'm going to go on a limb. I bet he's getting manhandled by this vegan chick because like vegan chicks are generally pretty annoying. They really are. And if you're annoying enough to leave a party because it's a meat party, then you're probably a pain in the ass kind of girl. You're not fun. You're not cool. You wear the pants and you hate wearing them. And the guy who's with you is just getting, my dad told me this term one time. I can't see Gary. But yeah, he called it a Nantucket sleigh ride. A Nantucket sleigh ride is when a guy in a little boat he goes he's trying to catch fish, but he catches too big of a fish, a whale that takes him and the boat and drags them along. That's a Nantucket sleigh ride. And it's to say you've got something too powerful for what you can handle, and it's kicking your ass. It's only
yeah,
going to drag you into deeper, more dangerous
yeah,
waters. You got to
yeah.
let go. You got to cut line. Um, I think
Oh,
the host brother should teach the younger brother how to get women who are red
meat
blooded.
lovers.
Yeah. Yeah. Chick who likes some meat. Is that disturbing the way I said that? Is that wrong?
Should we move on to the next
I
vent?
think so. It's
Let's
not
do
getting
it.
any better from here.
If men can cook, clean, take care of kids, and earn a living, why can't women know how to use a simple tool like a drill or a hammer? I'm in a relationship, and my girlfriend can't even use a Phillips head screwdriver. Hello, equal rights. Do some simple repairs in the apartment or house. Let's hear what Chris has to say about this.
Kick us off, Chrissy. This is directly to you.
Okay,
I'm furious.
what planet or where does this man live in a jungle? We have women going to space. They're they're fixing the space station out of the space station. We have foremen who are women who run construction companies. What the hell is this? Where does this guy live? It's you know what? He needs to get a book and educate himself and live by himself and somewhere in a
Well,
rainforest.
wait, no, but all right. Like this guy definitely pissed me off. But Chrissy, I think he's saying all the things that you just said. So he's saying that women have come a long way and women are doing a lot of previously masculine roles. So why can't it's not, probably his wife. Why can she not handle a screwdriver or a drill around the house? So that's what he's asking. And it sounded like directly to you.
You know, you go, honey, when I'm gone, I need you to hang this picture. Here's the hammer, here's the nail. All you got to do is tap, 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 and hang the picture. Did he not explain anything to his wife? And by the way, most women know how to use a Phillips head screwdriver, a drill, a hammer. Come on. Come
Yeah.
on.
You know what?
This guy pisses me off.
Well, he pisses me off too, but I'm going the other way. What circumstance are you relying on her to
Right
twist
on.
the screw or hang? Dude, what are you doing? What, are you too busy watching Sunday football? You need your wife to whip out the drill and make a hole in the wall? Get off your ass, man. This is guy work. This
Yeah.
is man work. And that's not a sex. It's of a gender division, I suppose. But do your job. That's what we say about the Patriots slogan back in the Brady days, where do your job. You're the man. Bust out the drill. If your wife wants to get cranking away with the drill, cool, good for her. It's not like she's not allowed. But like what you're gonna sit around and be pissed off when your wife says, "Well, if a man can do this and that, how come he can't know the right spices to make a nice dish? How come he can't blah blah blah?" But just there are some things that are better for men, some things that are better for women. Enjoy your role. Like why are you mad she can't do something that's for you? You know?
Yes, yeah. And by the way, in my house, if something goes wrong, I'll fix it.
Look
If
at
I
you go.
can't, I'll ask my husband. I'm like, I don't know, why is the knob on the stove not turning? I've tried. I lifted it up. I try. I make an effort.
I
You
like
know,
that.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I grew up. My dad was in the construction business. I was a tomboy growing up. I knew how to. I was out there helping, whatever, changing the oil in a car. I
Get
mean,
the hell out.
I'm not kidding. Fixing a flat tire. So whoever this Ventthor is, I don't know who you date or where you live, dude, but buy a book, Life for Dummies, because that's what you need. I'm done.
Damn. And he's a listener. So we're willing to
Yeah,
burn this bridge. I mean, look, obviously we still want you to listen. It's just we're trying to shoot you straight, buddy. We're trying to
yeah,
shoot you like and if you want to let us know, if you want to shoot in with some details, some context, because right now you just sound like a guy who instead of drilling or using the screwdriver yourself, just wants to stand there and see if your wife can do it and
yeah,
then get upset that she can't. You know what I mean? As you're saying, Chrissy, show her how to do it if she's never done it. These aren't complicated things, but just like, what's your deal? Like, hey, what are you really mad about? What are you really mad about, dude? What is she not doing that's really pissing you off that has nothing to do with a drill or a screwdriver? What is she asking you to do? Because how did he open this? How did he open this? You heard how he opened it, Chrissy, and he gave us the clue. He
Oh,
said, if a man can this, if a man can that, if a man can this, if it sounds like he's being overburdened in his mind by doing everything. Well, now hold on. Here's the thing. He might be valid here. Maybe his wife is dumping more than half the workload on him. Maybe he is, because what do you say? Raise the kids, do the laundry, do the dishes, like maybe he's like, Jesus, this is like a 95-5 work split. Like I'm doing everything. So it's not that she can't use a screwdriver or be good with a drill. It's maybe these are the nagging things. Maybe he does the everyday stuff every day. He does the laundry, which is routine. He does the dishes, which is routine. He does a lot of stuff every day. And then it's the one-offs. They're like, hey, can you hang this thing? Hey, can you fix this screw? Where he's like, I'm already doing everything. I'm already doing everything. Can you just do the little stuff that only you notice? Maybe only his wife notices. Maybe only she cares that something's hung in the living room now. And he's like, look, I'm doing everything. You do the little stuff that only you care about. I bet that's what's really going on. In which case, I would say to him, look, man, you hold on to the drill. You hold on to the screwing. and just divide the workload a little bit. Just say to her, hey, look, you know what? If I'm going to do dishes every day, how about you handle laundry? If I'm going to do this, how about you do that? And you split up the load and you make it a balanced relationship. And then I don't think he's going to mind being, the man with the drill. Because when a woman wants a picture hung and the man gets out the drill and he drills into the wall and it makes the sound of the drill, the sound of the screw going into the wall, like Chelsea gets excited. She loves that shit. She loves it. I'm not gonna say it straight up turns her on, like we tear each other apart, but like it's hot. It's kind of
I know.
hot, and I think women like that. The same way it's hot to a man when a woman makes a dish he could never have made. And he's like, oh my God, that's delicious. So
Yeah.
just that's what it is. He's got to divide the workload
Okay.
and then let her be attracted by that.
I'm not giving this Spencer any more airtime. I think it's time to move on. He's just pissing me
Chrissy's
off.
pissed. Chrissy's pissed.
Lay it on us, Loretta. You're right.
What's a guy to do? My girlfriend clogs up the toilet every time she uses it.
Oh,
She says she can't help it, but Christ, it's ugly and annoying. Okay, venters, help out a fellow venter.
oh,
I'm clogged just processing this. That
s-
clogged my brain.
seriously. I mean, dude, if she clogs the toilet, either tell her, can you try to make it do it before you come over? Or, have the plunger ready because he knows she's going to show up. Or just
Wow.
live with it. If their relationship's in good shape, they love each other, and she just, dumps a big one, then you're just going to have to deal with it. That's it. What can I tell you? I mean, does the toilet overflow? That's a
Ooh,
problem.
that's
I've been in
bad
that.
news.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
don't like dirty water. I
no
don't like
what
dirty.
you don't want it on the ground. It should stay in the toilet.
Yeah.
So live with it.
Well, okay. So for one, I would offer some practicality because, I may have clogged a toilet here or two in my life. Not chronically by any means. My God, and I'm a 6'1", 200-pound man. Uh, just offer her flush first. Do your poop. Do your poop. And then flush first, and then start wiping. Probably because it's the combo. It's the poop, and then the toilet paper is too much for the bowl. So break it down into bite size, But also, I would bet even dollars. She's one of these women who is like, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's all women who use an obnoxious amount of toilet paper when they use the bathroom. Women use an obnoxious, oh my God. Yeah. Sound engineer Gary is doing like he's climbing a rope up to Rapunzel's friggin' yes, it's like that. It's like that. I've opened the door, seen Chelsea using it, and what she'll do, they do this thing. I say they as though Chrissy's not a woman who does the same, I'm sure, but I just want to hear it. Women will take the toilet paper roll and then they start spinning their hand around. They start coiling as though like back in the 80s when a cassette, you'd rewind or fast forward a cassette, all the tape would go from one side to the other side. You're making a new roll around your hand as the original roll gets small. And then it's this I call it the mummy hand. Your hand is wrapped like a mummy, like Queen Tut over here. And then I said to Chelsea, first time I saw it, I go, "Hun, what? That's a ridiculous amount of toilet paper. Why are you using so much?" And her response was amazing because it was a ridiculous move, but the response was great. She said, "I just want as much paper between my hand and what I have to touch." And I said, damn. I follow that, but it's double ply. It's double ply. Men tear on the perforation. Men, we're engineers. Okay. We're all engineers. We realize that these are square items and they're connected on perforated lines. So we take two squares and then we fold at the perforation. And then we've got two ply. That's 4 plies. We're safe.
Paul,
Yes,
correct me if I'm wrong.
I will.
When a man goes to the bathroom,
Yes.
number one, he
Yes.
doesn't need toilet paper. Am I right
Oh,
or wrong?
but wow. Wow. Yes. What the hell? Oh my
Some men
God.
do not use toilet paper.
Correct.
Okay. A woman, every time she goes to the bathroom, has
Uh-huh.
to use toilet paper.
We
So,
would prefer.
correct. So it's all, we have a disadvantage. And
I
furthermore,
think I said disease. We have a
no,
disease.
if she uses, and I'm including Chelsea, if all women, and I will, yes, I
Mhm.
do use a lot of toilet paper. I'm not
See,
going to
I
lie.
knew it. I knew it.
Okay,
It's
I'm
all
not gonna
women.
lie.
It's
I
all
know.
women.
Well, I don't represent all women, but I will say this
You
because
and
my
Chelsea
husband.
do.
Okay, there's a trash can near the toilet. If you
Where are
use a
you
lot of,
going with this?
you just puts the stuff in the toilet in the trash can, not flush it so it doesn't overflow, and then throw the trash out.
What the hell did you just say, Chrissy?
That's a solution.
Over the course of all the episodes we've been on, I've only gained further knowledge and further appreciation of your rationale and logic. And I think it's great until today.
What,
Until that one statement. That's the craziest thing you've ever said, Chrissy. Because
Paul?
hold on, you're saying to throw piss paper into the toilet, like a
Not the
biohazard.
toilet, in the garbage can.
That's what I'm saying. Ew.
Well, then, and they,
That's so
wait, no.
gross.
So you have a bag in the trash can, and so, and in order to avoid flooding the toilet, yeah. Well, then you take that bag.
PU. PU.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
doing the peppy, the PU.
Okay, what would you rather have? A toilet that overflows that's disgusting, or a bag that you put a little toilet paper in and you throw the bag out? I
I
rest my
love,
case.
and as I like that you said rest your case. I was just gonna say, and you got your testify hands up. I like how you opened this in a very lawyeristic sort of way. You asked me a question which was a leading question to put me in a position that was going to aid your argument. I like that, and then you ended in a legal way. To which I'm going to point out, yes, I agree that men, it sounded like your point is men don't have a reference as to how much toilet paper would be needed for when we pee because we don't use any toilet paper when we pee. We're in a very different position. We don't require toilet paper, so we're not in a position to judge said amount of toilet paper, which would be reasonable. But then you did later on say you use a lot of toilet paper. Now,
Yeah,
a lot is a reference. A lot is a reference of personal opinion, and a lot
true.
is versus a reasonable amount. A lot is more than a reasonable amount. I would argue. Just use less. Come on, just use less.
Okay. I mean, I don't think we're going to agree on this at all, but to this
Hold
Venter
on.
guy, yeah.
Wait. Hold on. But also, you and I are talking about peeing. I think he's talking about her when his girlfriend poops. Have you ever clogged a toilet with the amount of paper you've used from peeing?
No,
Okay,
I
right.
haven't.
This
I
is
don't think I've
absurd.
ever, well, no, I can't say I haven't clogged a toilet. I have clogged a toilet. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah,
It wasn't
it's
after
number
a
two.
vegan meal, was it?
Okay. I'm moving on to the comments.
Just saying.
That
That's
was a
one of
good
those steaks that you
transition.
like win a prize if you finish.
Okay, well, I'll say it again. That vent stunk. Yeah.
Hey,
All right, I'm going to go to the comment. Here we go. Comment number one, Paul.
I'm
I
here.
tried to call in my vent and it didn't work. I'm venting now about your phone system. LOL. I heard other people had a problem, but then you fixed it, so I'll keep trying. We did this. We called the number and it works. So I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about.
Well, but first off, we don't want to bite the hand that feeds us. Thank you for making the effort to call in. We
Yeah.
appreciate we appreciate that you're taking that's a genuine
Yeah.
yes. We
Okay.
we 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 appreciate you. Even if you're too dumb to know how to use a phone, we it's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
No, like before we roast anything, like I said, thank you for trying. And
Right.
two, we're going to test it again today because we listen, we care, venting matters, and we're a team here. And so we're going to check it out today because it should be as easy as calling a friend, which is who we are. We're your friend in Vent.
Yeah.
So
We're
we're
here
going to
for
look
you.
into it. And if
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, then you might be stupid.
Yeah.
You might be a stupid person and
Okay,
you
Paul.
can
You just go from
for
zero
the
to
jugular.
60 and yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I
let
had a
me
lot of
think.
coffee today. I'm drinking
Yeah,
strong coffee.
I think you need a little wine. Okay, comment number
Hey
2.
now.
Hey, listen to this. Okay. Tip your server, return your shopping cart, hold open a door for someone, let someone in your lane. If we all did this, there wouldn't be a Ventthis podcast. Nope, there's always something to vent about. Keep sending in your vents. It's fun to hear them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
we
it.
agree.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
We're on the same page. Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like when Agent Smith said to Morpheus in the Matrix, like he basically said, I only exist because people like you make me exist. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like Agent Smith hated himself. He wished he didn't have to exist as like a cop of the Matrix, But it'll never end for him. He'll always
Yeah.
have to be there. We wish this podcast didn't have to exist in the sense that we wish society flowed,
Yeah.
smooth like a well-oiled engine. But it doesn't. Life is chunky. People are banged up. And for that
Yeah.
reason, we're
We
always
move
here to make
on.
it better.
Yes. Comment number 3, our last comment.
Oh,
Oh, it's in quotes.
oh,
All we are saying is give peace a chance. It's in quotes. I thought that was that song.
did it
And if
say
you
to sing?
can't, no, but I thought I would sing. Yeah.
It was very nice.
Thank you. And if you can't blow off steam on the Ventus podcast, oh, and if you can't blow off steam on this Ventus podcast because it's harmless and funny. Oh, if you can't give peace a chance is what he
Give
meant.
peace a chance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Blow it off on us. We're here for you. Exactly. We keep saying that.
Those last two comments, I feel like they were riding in the same car together,
Yeah. They're friends.
right?
Totally. Yep.
Those people are on the
100%.
same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of them are vegans. I'll just be real with you.
Well, that
Neither
was
of them.
it, Paul. Yeah. We did it again. We hope.
I,
I got a little high blood pressure on this
yeah,
podcast because
yeah.
some of these guys are like pissing me off. But
I love seeing that
hopefully,
in you.
yeah, thank you.
I like seeing that.
Yeah, the
You were
rage.
charged.
Yeah. Good thing I'm not driving. We had a vent about road rage, remember? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You might have kicked someone's ass.
Tap their bumper.
Pulled him right through the window. Chrissy just going ham.
Yeah. Well, that's it. So thanks for joining us, everybody. And, call us 818-570-2535. This is where it works. Watch us on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. Go to our Instagram, Ventthis Podcast. Give us some comments on our shorts. We're here for you. We'll listen to you. We're your friends.
Yeah, as long as you don't clog our toilets.
Yeah.
Then we got
Yeah.
beef.
Don't come over.
Beef with the vegan.
Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody. So toodles, right, Paul?
Toodaloo!
Toodaloo.